the latter part of the season.
The Don Scott nomination for the Victorian side was young Stephen O'Dwyer. His kick lands in the hands of Flower. Flower plays on and kicks direct towards full forward, and a good mark taken in front of the pack for the Demons by Steins. He's inside 50 metres. The flags indicate that the wind is blowing to the small scoreboard end, so it'll take a decent kick from Steins to score from here. Gives it a good thump up to the front of the square, punched away by Lyon. Jackson, shot for goal by Jackson, is a beauty. First goal of the match to Melbourne.
Yes, I think you're right, Robbo. The wind seems to be favouring the end to which Geelong are kicking, although from the flags it may be even going straight across the ground, or a fairly straight across the ground. Steins kicked that one from about 53 metres out and struggled to make the distance, but it was a good knock from Lyon from behind. He had no chance of marking it, knocked it to the front of the ground, front of the pack.
The umpire's going to ball it up. Both teams went with the players who were named on the bench. Marty Christensen and Damien Burke for the Cats, and Simon Eichhold and Dean Chiron of Melbourne. Chiron cleared just before clearances closed this year, formerly played with St Kilda, and Footscray playing his first game for the Demons.
Here's a chance for Wilson, gets past Hughes, goes for goal. Oh, was that marked on the line? It might be through. There'll only be a centimetre or two in it. It's a goal. Well, it looked very, very close. The Geelong player quite stunned. Second goal on the board to Melbourne through Wilson.
Yeah, good running play by Brian Wilson. He took the Geelong defender Hughes on and got around him quite easily. Gee, there was nothing in that.
Paul Couch got the very tough task of containing Robert Flower on the wing. He kicks into the centre. Mark taken by Dean for Melbourne. Warren Dean in the centre. Kick number 4. 15-metre penalty against Baldwin for not coming back. Dean plays on. Thumps it towards goal in short. No mark. Chance for Viney. Passes it off to Williams. Williams now back to Viney. The angle is more severe, but Viney kicks the goal and puts it through with a beautiful kick. First goal to Viney, third goal to Melbourne, and the difference is 6 points in favour of Geelong. 7 shots for goal and 7 goals.
Yes, I was just going to comment on that. It's quite amazing because it is very windy out there. Fairly strong north wind. And I thought Williams may have done the wrong thing there by giving it out to Viney. But
this time through Steins. Off the ground Flanagan. And now a kick by Grinter. Bouncing short of half forward. Stuffed on with a two-fister. Goes to Williams. Taken away by Lyon. Good vision by him. Robbie Flower. 35 out. Another straight kick. Scores level.
Stocking up very well at the moment, Melbourne. They're running on. They're also winning out of the middle, which is a big help in modern football. And O'Dwyer is doing particularly well. Getting it down onto that forward line very quickly. And look at Robbie Flower showing heaps of pace for an old man. Like myself.
And that is holding the ball. The Geelong players going in, the Melbourne players going into a private tackle, and Williams will take the free.
15 metres against Darcy. Williams doesn't use it. He runs inside, up towards between centre half forward and full forward. Flanagan, a little slow. Flower pounces on it. Left foot kick by Flower. There's a goal. A great goal by Robert Flower. And we saw the personification of agility and clumsiness. Robert Flower, no messing around, as sure as you like. And he popped it through while Darren Flanagan floundered.
Yes, he's got tremendous skills, Robert Flower. There's a beautiful goal on the left foot. But
lots of pressure. The scoreboard shows that Melbourne have kicked accurately. He gives it away. Safety first. He gives it to Healy. Much better angle. Fairly well. Similar distance out from goal. And Healy with kick number 3. Great opportunity for the Demons. Good looking kick by Healy. Straight over the top of the goal umpire's head. 6 goals straight the Demons have kicked, and they lead by 11 points.
And playing very well too. Well, I think they've surprised Geelong a little bit. Everyone would have expected Geelong to be the favourites coming into this match. But they're being led to the ball on just about every occasion by Melbourne, who are also winning it out of the middle.
The leading player, Ablett, outnumbered. Yates is there. He can't get the ball clear. Now he can. Bailey, clean bowl. Gets the handball out to Lovett. Lovett running well. Looping handball over the stretch. Stretch inside centre half forward. Goes for goal with a long one. It may bounce through. It does. Fantastic goal kicked by Stephen Stretch. Playing on Gary Ablett at half back. Just kept on running and kicked Melbourne's 7th goal.
It's a magnificent goal by Stretch. He kicked that from about the 50-metre mark. They're playing well, Melbourne. They're running well. They're looking for each other. And there he is. He kicked it from well out past the 50-metre mark. It would have been 55 to 60 metres. And a great goal to Melbourne.
Way behind the ball. In the meantime, forward goes Steins. And the lead at half forward by Lyon. Gary Lyon goes out wide. Unmarked is Grinter. All the way up from defence. 55 out. Centering kick. Not quite the mark. Ducking and weaving, but not getting clear was Williams. It comes here to Lovett. On the edge of the goal square. Oh, luckily to Flower. And a top goal by Robbie Flower. And he's kicked 3, 2 in this quarter.
Geelong, really, there's a lack of teamwork and a lack of talk there in their last line of defence. Here's a snap over the shoulder by Lovett. 2 or 3 Geelong players there. I don't know how it got out to Robbie Flower, but he was in the right place at the right time. And he certainly knows where the goals are.
By 8 points, 8-3 play, 7-1.
Flanagan tries to take clean possession. Oh, Lyon gets the hand pass to Bailey, who ducked the tackle and takes it high and gets the free. Don't know about that. He slipped right underneath the tackle as he lost his footing. And you can see the Geelong defender's displeasure with the decision.
Well, we missed the actual infringement, but the Geelong players certainly let their feelings be known.
And the kick by Bailey is good. He gets his first goal, and he's had about 20 possessions. This is a fair day's work in anybody's language.
One thing I must say for this young umpire, he doesn't mind giving free kicks in front of goal. He's not afraid to do that.
Healy did have Bailey in the centre, but elects to go up the wing. Good kick by Healy. Finds Robert Flower in front of Marty Christensen. Kick number 10 to Flower. Half forward, 3-1, and the one man was Eishold. Handball to Bailey. Bailey goes for goal. It could bounce through. Williams takes it now and kicks the 10th goal for the Demons. 10-3, 63 Melbourne. Geelong 8-4, 52. Melbourne by 11 points.
It's a great play by Melbourne.
Bailey under pressure, gets the hand pass away. Great gather by Dean. Dean up towards half forward. Flower. Oh, what a player. Robert Flower. The leading player, Williams, and the delivery nearly as perfect as the mark. The Flower mark.
It was a great mark, Robert Flower. He seems to be getting better and better as he gets older. The things he does. He just continues to amaze me.
Williams is only about 30 metres out on a 45-degree angle. He kicks for goal and kicks accurately. Second goal in 3 minutes to David Williams. And Melbourne 11-3, 69 have opened up a bit of a gap. They now lead Geelong by 17 points, just past the 8-minute mark of the third quarter.
Good play by Dean to stream down from the wing there. And look at that mark by Robert Flower. Christensen seemed to have him nudge him out of position, but great judgment by Robert Flower. And there's the pass, of course, to Williams. Perfectly executed.
Centre wing, member side. Kick number 14 for the diminutive Melbourne Rover. Kicks up towards half forward. It's at the back. There's Viney. Handball over. Jackson with pace. Chased by Troy. He gets away and kicks a goal for the Demons. Beautiful goal by Jackson. Tremendous play by Viney up the field. And the Demons lead by 24 points.
And that's a very handy lead at this stage of the game. At the 10-minute mark of the third quarter. There's a handball out from Viney. And here's a man with plenty of pace. That's Ricky Jackson kicking his second goal. And Melbourne's 12th for the afternoon. And they're doing it very well, Melbourne.
Wide at the back, it's paddled through. Good fortune, backed up well by Hughes, who's come out from full back. Kicks long, direct, thumping ball up towards half forward O'Dwyer. Hand pass off to Viney. Viney onto Jackson. Jackson with pace around Bruns, into the pocket. Oh, casual as you like. Warren Dean, 40 metres out.
Like a training gallop, didn't it?
It was like picking daisies in the paddock at Archie's Creek. 6th mark for Dean. 12th kick coming up. Not a bad looking kick either. The goal umpire moves across. He signals a goal. And what a beauty by Warren Dean. His first goal for the afternoon. And the Demons again lead by 4 goals.
Yes, he can certainly kick a ball, Warren Dean. He looked very casual going for that mark. Here's the mark by Steins. A nice little shove in the back. Now it's O'Dwyer. Good running play by Melbourne. Out to Jackson. He's been a very handy player for the Demons this afternoon. There's a pass to Dean, who looked very casual. No, he had to do it too. He had it.
Melbourne, it's Chiron. Handballs onto Bailey. Forced to kick with the left foot. At the back, Viney. Long handball, Flower. Views after him. Flower ducks back onto the right foot. Kicks it high towards full forward. Nearly a great grab by Geelong. Drums. Handballs away. A free kick's been given behind play. Umpire on the spot against Christensen. It'll go to Dean for Melbourne.
Yes, Dean was legged.
Dean to shoot for goal from 40 metres out.
I thought the umpire may have let that go.
Another forward line free kick.
He was definitely legged.
Dean punts for goal and punts magnificently. Straight through the centre. Goal number 2 to Dean. 14-5 plays 10-5. Melbourne by 24 points. We're 22 minutes into the third quarter.
Well, last week Geelong kicked their second highest ever score. I reckon the only way to pick a winner is work out who got thrashed last week and go for them.
Here's the free kick again now. Grabbed around the legs by Christensen.
Wide open here for the Cats. Bruns going past. Well done by Hughes to make sure it didn't reach him.
Tremendous play by Danny Hughes. Not a great deal of polish, but geez, a tough player. Grinter it was that was in support. His short kick finds Chiron on the wing. Chiron's hand pass. Love it. Love it in short. Oh, bad miss by Geelong. It's Darcy. Williams. Inboard Wilson. Short kick by Wilson's a beauty. Finds Jackson only 20 metres out directly in front. And the precision football has been played by Melbourne.
Well, by far the better side today.
Well, they were thumped by St Kilda last week.
And Geelong looked world beaters, didn't they?
Yep. So it must be just the motivation after a bad loss. You come out the next week and turn it around 200%.
Third goal to Jackson. 15th goal for Melbourne. And they lead by 29 points. And we're into time on in the third quarter.
Been a very good unit today, this Melbourne side. They've combined well. The running's been excellent. Wilson been a great player for Melbourne across the centre line. And Jackson had to think about running on.
He's up at half forward and kicks it again off the ground. Now the Geelong defence under pressure. Steins, hand pass. There's a chance now for Ishol. Up towards centre half forward, over the head of Williams and Darcy. Williams takes possession onto the left foot, unselfishly handballs to Flower, and Robert Flower kicks goal number 4, and just maybe puts the first nail in the coffin for the Cats. 16-5, 101 to 10-7, 67. A lead of 34 points after only 1.5 minutes of the last quarter is a daunting task for the Cats.
It's going to be very hard for Geelong to come back from here. Good play by Williams over to Robbie Flower, who kicks his 4th. But Geelong are really struggling.
15 minutes gone in the last quarter. Flanagan gets it down to Exel. Can't break away. Hughes backs him up. Gets the hand pass away. Troy. A flip on. Flower. Bailey. This will cap off a game. Over the top. Williams kicks a goal. 17th goal to Melbourne. 3rd goal to David Williams. And unselfish play by Bret Bailey. And surely that must be the nail in the coffin for the Cats.
Yes, that's a sealer for sure. 35 points of difference now. Coming up to the 20-minute mark. There's a handball over the top from Bailey, who's been by far the best player on the ground.
Free kick being picked out of it. It'll go to Melbourne. Wilson, the recipient. Ball not thrown back to him on the full. He's looking for a 15-metre. 15th kick to Wilson. He'll feature in their best. Stretch up to half forward, at the back. Love it to Bailey. Bailey goes for goal and puts it through for goal number 18 to Melbourne. 2nd goal to him personally. And there's the man best on the ground, Bret Bailey. A dogged performer all day.
Yes, he has been tremendous today, Bailey. There's a beautiful handball out by Lovett. And a magnificent goal on the run to Bailey. And really, they're doing it very easily in this last quarter, Melbourne.
Runs around, 18th kick to the Geelong half-back. Here's a chance now for Lovett. The siren sounds, puts Geelong out of its misery because they've been beaten by 40 points. Melbourne 18-9, 117. Geelong 11-11, 77. Who would have believed it?